Hi, my name is Emma Carter. I'm the CTE preceptor, and we're going to talk about interactive notebooks. You'll see a lot of information about interactive notebooks online, that what goes on the left-hand page and what goes on the right-hand page. Mine is more about a place for the students to keep their information. Now, I do have it in a certain order. I always put the notes on the left and the activity on the right. Could just be how my brain works because I'm left-handed. So let's talk about how to set up your notebook. Now, this is how to set up the teacher notebook. This isn't the student notebook. That'll be in another video. So to set up your teacher notebook, you're going to need a blank notebook, sticky notes, you're going to need a pencil or pen. Pencil's pretty easy, and you're going to need the yearly plan that I talked about in another video. You can also see more about yearly plan on my blog, the CTE Preceptor, and that'll give you information on how to make one, how to sit down and actually do it. This is considered part of that batch planning, which seems to be the in phrase. So let's talk about setting up our notebook. We've got our 100-page notebook that's a 9 by 11, again, the size of a sheet of paper. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to number not all my pages, I'm going to number about up to 50. So I'm going to put it in the corners. You decide where you want to put it. You're going to find out that evens are going to be on the left and odds are going to be on the right, and that's going to help you remember in case your pages stick together. Okay, so first thing is numbering all of our pages. Next, we're going to take our sticky notes and we're going to write down all the things that we hand to the kids. Syllabus. Cell phone policy. I'm going to make lists of all the things that I hand out to my kids. I know I do an About Me page. I also have my fall and spring calendars. And I'm going to use my yearly plan, okay, to decide where I want to put some of these. For example, I talked about, we're going to do Dean Vaughn, and we do 1 through 14 lessons. In the first semester, I have 2 handouts per lesson. That's 28 pages right there that I need for terminology. And I want to keep that all together so the kids can use it as a reference. So, we've numbered our pages. Let's think of a textbook. Usually the start of a textbook, table of contents. Maybe you want the About Me page. It's okay, you put it where it's comfortable for you. I don't print out like little lined pages or cute little things for a table of contents. It already has lined pages. That's why I have a notebook. Okay, it helps me also cut down on having to copy some things. So, I fold my pages into 2 columns. I fold it in half, they have 2 columns. Remember, my goal is to use the entire notebook, 100 pages, that's 200. So wide ruled usually have 25, so that's going to be 50 in that column. I've got 75, 100. So I know I'm going to need 4 pages of a table of contents. I use sticky notes because I'm going to change my mind, or maybe something comes up and I have to redo it. So I have table of contents. Got to think about what I want next. I think maybe I'll do About Me page. Okay, so that's where the students color and tell me what healthcare career that they're interested in, what college they want to go to. And then I'm just going to start putting all these handouts in, maybe in an order of importance. I think cell phone, and then classroom procedures. I'm going to continue to do this. You'll see next, for me, I have fall calendar and a spring calendar. Remember, I'm saving spots. And it works out nicely because this is all the procedural items in the beginning of our book. Okay? Now, this is the this is what I have planned out for this year. This is my Principles of Health Science for this year. So I talked about a cell phone procedure. I've got Chromebook. I've got lab expectations. In the description, I will put a list of all these beginning items that I put in mine as reference material for the kids, interactive notebook guidelines. And then I mentioned that we have medical terminology. So, okay, I want my medical terminology to be referenced. I want it at the front of the book. I have to count out 28 pages. Plus, I know when we come back in the spring semester, we do a mini-me project, and I have some case studies I want them to look at for medical terminology. So once I counted it out, it was all the way to page 51. 51 is actually where we're going to start our first lesson. Okay, this is all reference material. And again, 51 is going to start my first lesson. You see a big pink sticky note that says email etiquette. Our first lesson is how to email your teachers. And that's part of our communication lessons. Okay? So take your sticky notes, write all the things down, all those handouts that you possibly give the kids, or anything that you want for reference material. Maybe if you're teaching practicum, I want vital signs, or I want places to put references such as vital signs. Anything that you give them as a reference chart. Maybe it's conversions. Okay, so that's going to get you started on making your notebook. Again, this is your notebook, laying it out. Hey, come back and visit me for more interactive notebook information.